Hey guys, we have headed north to Kansas. Man, you can see for miles out here. I keep on hearing about these giant black crappie out of Milford Lake, and I got in touch with Acorns Resort, I got in touch with Cliff Bomas, and we're here to put on a show. Let's get over to Acorn Resort, get checked in, and get ready to head to the water. I spent most of my life chasing success, chasing money, chasing respect. Truth is, nothing has brought me joy like being right here on the water. Rod in hand, hook on the line, chasing crappie. I am a crappie angler. These are our stories, and this is On the Hook. Well guys, we are here at Acorns Resort. They have put me up in a huge, beautiful cabin. They've got a lot of other cabins here in the area. They've got RV hookups, they've got campsites, they've got a beach down there, they got a pool up here behind the store, and they've also got a restaurant down here that's supposed to have the most amazing burgers on the face of the planet. They've even got an elk burger. They've got the elk meat from their very own elk farm for sale up here at the store, or you can get it cooked down there at the Cove. And one of the things that I love about this place that I'm really digging on is having an outlet right here at the road. Now you see this big amazing place, it don't take a lot to satisfy me. That right there, when you look at all this other stuff, that pops to me. Fisherman friendly, family friendly, great food, and I'm getting ready to go down here and get with Cliff Bomas because we're about to go fishing. What's going on, man?
Ready to have some fun.
I ain't never been to Kansas.
It's fun.
The wind's gonna start blowing. I ain't gonna be like Toto, am I?
Just hang on. It'll blow.
You got some big old blackfish in mind for us?
Yes, sir. Got on some really good ones. So
now,
it should be fun.
Well, good deal. I need to beat a 2.09.
There's a really good chance that happened. I had one probably pushing 3 pounds yesterday, and I went to flip it and the boat pulled off. So we're gonna see some big fish.
Good deal, good deal. Well, come on, dude, let's go get them. We're out here in the Great Plains of Kansas, and this is a different landscape from what I'm used to fishing. We were able to get out of the wind. There's a little bit of contours here on the lake to keep us protected, and being out here around the Great Plains, I wouldn't have thought that we'd have found that.
Get him?
Nope, missed him. He followed me for 15 feet. There they come. Come on, baby. Got him.
That's the right kind of fishy.
That's the right stuff right there.
That is the right stuff right there.
Very nice.
Yes, probably pound 10. Guessing somewhere around there. Now let's get some of the big ones out of there.
I'm telling you, let's see about some of them big ones. And you went to an 1/8 ounce?
Cliff started out with
1/8 ounce jig head and a weight above it. He was coming across there pretty quick. And I started out with just a straight 1/16 jig head. And it's taken me forever to get down there to the depth that I need to be. So I'm gonna up my jig head size and see if we can't get the speed right, because that seems to be what triggered those fish to bite just then. Got one?
Yep.
Net quality?
No, just another nice one. Good eater. Probably 1/2, 3/4 pound. Make good for the skillet. Well, that sucker come clear off the bottom of that tree to eat it. Cool of them here.
Oh, I love it when they pull some drag.
Any net on that one, or?
This one feels better than that last one. I'm gonna bring him to your side.
Let me get the net.
I love light tackle and big fish. White crappie.
Yep.
And a good one too.
Yeah, £1.5 fish.
Right down my shoe. Yeah, nice £1.5 class fish. Man, the belly on that thing.
They're eating good.
I mean, they are eating good.
On the Hook is presented by Ozark Rods, Cornfield Fishing, Crappie Monster, Power Pole, Easy Drift, and Red Gold.
I can't believe how many we're catching off this one little school.
Yeah, usually you get on a school like this and you catch 3 or 4 of them and they will just slick turn off on you and then just look at your bait go by and not care a thing about it. This one's fired up for us pretty good. The water temp is 53 degrees. I'm sitting in 39 feet of water. We're fishing 12 feet of water at 30 feet out. That's how steep this drop off is right here. These fish are set up right on this steep, sharp drop off. We're catching some of them in 5 foot of water on top. We're catching some of them 15, 16 foot down. And they're just relating to that bend and that chunk rock bank.
That one.
Got him. It looked like a decent 12-inch or better fish.
Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe a little white crappie action there.
Yeah.
2 years ago, there was about 5,000 of them in here, and they was all about a pound, every cast. And they were all white crappie. So when I pulled up here and all these big black crappie were in here, I was just shocked. That's a good 1.25 pound crappie right there.
Is that a hybrid?
I'm gonna say white because of the dorsal fins.
Okay, well, I see these lines, but I see all this random down here at the bottom.
You know, it's a possibility. I mean, I would call that a white crappie.
Well, I know that's what we would call it, but technically it does look like it could be a hybrid.
It could be. It's got the.
Y'all have big hybrids in here?
I'll be honest, I didn't know there was very many black crappie till yesterday. I grew up on this lake.
We're catching black crappie and white crappie and even some hybrids out of the exact same school of fish. We haven't caught any magnolia crappie yet, but I don't know that they stock the magnolias up here. Magnolias are actually lab-grown fish that are bred to be sterile. That way you can stock a lake without it overpopulating, and that's what an actual magnolia crappie is.
That's a big one.
That there like being on TV.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
1.5 pound, 1.75 fish there. You gonna weigh him?
Absolutely love it. No, I need that giant black crappie. I've caught bigger white crappie
Hey,
than
you was
this.
right, you knocked your soda. I set it up for you.
I sure did. It ain't a fishing trip unless I have spilled that Sprite in the boat, I'm telling you. The live well ain't half full.
Well, at least we'll have them 10 crappie in there in a hurry.
Smash fest.
Well, I do like these new Ozark rods I got though. Wow, they're nice.
I ain't gonna wanna go home. Oh, I missed him.
Jumper, little fella. I'm scared of this light line. I'm used to using 20-pound test on everything. They're pretty little blacks.
On.
Which one?
Yeah, he come up. off the bottom out of nowhere. No, you just get in there and get yours. You get
I missed
yours?
mine. I missed him. We had a double on. He was on there.
That turned out to be a pretty doggone good fish. Oh, let me knock you out with the net there real quick.
My wife hits me every fish we net. She smacks me in the back of the head with the dip net.
No, they're just big old white crappie. There ain't nothing more fun than being able to cast at these and feel them hit that bait when you're casting. This right here is really cool. Milford Lake, Kansas. Never been here, but you'll never be able to keep me away after this morning.
On the Hook is presented by Ozark Rods, Crappie Monster, Still Lake Marine, and Rockport Rattler.
When these fish came alive, it was on, it was fireworks, it was boom, boom, boom. And no, this is not the spawn, but it's the closest bite you can get to it. Cliff told me and I just didn't believe him.
Get him?
Yeah, I got him. Had sweet talking. Now that has the coloring of a black crappie, a traditional black crappie. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That crappie right there has 7 spines on his dorsal fin. He has coloring of a black crappie. This one is a black crappie. That white crappie that Cliff caught a few minutes ago also had 7 spines. And that's how we know that his was indeed a hybrid. These black crappie get super aggressive and they fight the hardest fight out of all the crappie out there. I absolutely love catching the black ones because of that thump and because of that pull.
Yeah, I grew up on this lake. Walleye fishing, bass fishing, crappie fishing. I mean, I cut my teeth on this whole lake. Grew up about 25 miles from here. My name's Cliff Baumus. I'm from Topeka, Kansas. I'm probably about 2 years old. My dad was a fanatic with fishing, but we fished for everything. So I started catching fish when I was 2 years old. Probably by the time I was 3 or 4, I was addicted. When I'd caught, 10-pound walleye here on Milford, big crappie, big largemouth. We fished for everything. And I've just been addicted my whole life. Milford, where we're at today, that got so many crappie in them that people don't even fish for because they just live up in the rocks or on little stumps. And it's just such a great population of crappie in this lake. It's just tremendous.
So is this, I saw it's Corps of Engineers Lake.
Yes.
So is it for flood control? Do they pull it down real hard in the winter or?
No, right now it's actually pretty low. They normally keep this pretty close most of the time. And, sorry, I was watching fish, my bad. No, they normally keep it pretty close to conservation. This river that comes into here doesn't cover a lot of miles, so it's not a lake that comes up really high with the local rain, so it's one of the clearer lakes in Kansas. You don't get a lot of up and down. Normally it stays right around, even through the whole spring, it's only gonna fluctuate a couple of feet unless we get one of them 10, 12-inch rains.
Okay, is it usually this clear?
Sometimes you'll see it, you can see down 5 foot down here.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's what makes it such a good smallmouth lake.
Yeah.
It's got a great population of largemouth bass. I mean, I bass fished it and won probably $20,000, $30,000 in tournaments on this lake.
Really? Okay.
I mean, it's a really, really good lake. And crappie fishing, I really didn't do till here a few years ago. I mean, we'd catch them on the banks.
Well, at least you came over to the lighter side of life.
Yeah, well, I'm getting older. See, this is a lot easier sitting here like this fishing.
Yeah.
Than it is standing in front of the boat making 10,000 casts a day.
Yep.
This is way easier. I mean, not easier. I didn't plan on the stress level I was going to get into.
More enjoyable.
Yeah, I got kind of into it for the enjoyable, but then that part of me that chased bass tournaments all over the country.
Wanted to go fish tournaments. Yeah.
I'm like, I got to get better at this. So what better way to get better? Go fish tournaments with the best people in the world, and you're gonna learn how to get better.
Yes, sir.
And if you don't, you need to just go watch the guys that are doing better and see what they're doing to make them better. Talk to them.
Go to seminars. Get out on the lake with them if you can.
Hire them as a guide.
Hire them as a guide. I was getting ready to say the
Exactly.
same thing. Hire them as a guide is one of the best ways to learn.
Yes, I'm probably one of the only guys in the, probably top 15 anglers in the tournament circuits and the professional tournament circuits that doesn't guide for a living.
Yeah, day in, day out. It's just like you're golfing.
Yep,
If you don't play golf real often, you'll be shanking them in the woods.
that's a beer drinking sport, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
it's
it is.
getting there.
Yeah, because I can't play the game, so I just go drink beer and watch other people play.
They're hanging out there right over this contour. That dip right there, there's your school of crappie. Right there is the dip. And they're just hanging out in that contour. It could be a little current break. It could be a little eddy. The crappie a whole lot of times like to set up in stuff that's just a little bit different like that. Yep, got him. You need a net on that one?
Probably. I'll tell you more once I see him. Just solid fish.
Just a solid 14-inch fish.
Don't get much prettier.
On the Hook is presented by Ozark Rods, Cornfield Fishing, Crappie Monster, Power Pole, Easy Drift, and Red Gold.
Ready. We got a little secret weapon coming for you here.
What you got? Little nibber?
I got a prototype of those Easy Drift scent balls.
The plastic?
Yeah. You load the pin up. Now I can push and it'll reload the bait in the top. Then you just take your hook and run through the gap and the bait comes right out on your hook. You don't have any mess on your hand. And now you've got the scent to trigger these fish to get on your hook. Man, he followed me all the way to the boat.
In that?
Yeah, that one there is good.
You got it? Watch the trolling motor. Oh yeah, there's 2 pounder.
Yeah, that's a good one right there. Woo, boy.
That's
Now
2
that is a picture fish right there. Oh my goodness, Cliff Bombus.
There's bigger ones than that in here.
Is that a picture fish or what? Oh my God. Fat, thick. Look how fat that thing is. Yeah, that there's over 2 pounds. 213. 213.
Good old fish.
Just a good solid fish.
Get him? In that?
Yeah, I got him. Yeah, I believe I do. Had to get all the way down in there that time to get him to go ahead and commit.
Oh yeah. These are some tanks now. Yeah.
I mean, fat, healthy fish. I mean, fall in the water. I mean, these fish are just
Did you set spot lock?
healthy. Yeah, I hit spot lock. The belly on them is just unreal. The way they're out here just feeding. See how wide they are? Those fish right there is gonna make some fillets.
Oh yeah. Very nice one.
That is a pretty nice one.
That'll go with the other.
50 of them. That'll go nicely with the other 50 of them. Well, Cliff, buddy, I have had an absolute ball out there catching these giant white and blackfish.
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming out with me,
no
buddy.
problem. I knew it was going to be fun.
Man, oh man. Between that resort and this lake, I don't know why it wouldn't be on everybody's bucket list, because it wasn't on my bucket list till you told me about it. And I'm here. I'm going to revisit this lake probably a few times over the next year or so.
It doesn't have a lot of timber in it, so it's not a lake like people like to crappie fish, but oh boy, does it have the crappie.
Oh, well, they're just stacked up on these ledges. And I mean, well, you can see there, guys and gals, they are plumb stacked up on them ledges right there. Till next week, guys, we're going to go to another great lake with another great guest and some unbelievable fishing. We'll see you next week on The Hook.